internet! Sorry for the delay in uploading this Plan With Me video. Tobias was really sick last week and it kind of threw me off my usual schedule. But he's way better now, and so hopefully we can get right back on track. Anyways, this week we're going to be using this beautiful kit from Belle Plans. I bought this sometime last year, so I'm not sure if it's available anymore. I haven't really checked, but hopefully she has something similar if not. So this is the week we'll be planning in, which is technically last week by the time I upload this video. And you'll notice that I've already whited out this small area. That's just because this is actually take 2 of this week's Plan With Me video. Yep, the first take I accidentally used a Happy Planner kit, and I was about halfway through Monday when I realized that. Whoops. Anyways, first step as always is the bottom bar. Then I'm going to put down these beautiful date covers at the top of my spread. And now we're going to start on Monday. I'm going to mark down my hot chocolate for the day with these Sweet Kawaii Designs coffee stickers. And then for some reason I decided to go ahead and fill out the dates for each day before I forget. Not quite sure what process I'm following here. Okay, now I'm going to go back and leave myself a reminder to pack all my Japanese books for Monday, because that's when I'm taking my very first Japanese lesson. Well, very first adult Japanese lesson, let's put it that way. Which went really well, by the way, and I'm super excited for this week's lesson, even though I may not have done the home study and homework yet, but I'll get around to that. And then under that, I'm going to add a to-do list that will cover all the tasks I need to cover to get this video uploaded in time, which I obviously didn't get around to doing on time. Still, better late than never. Then under that, I'm going to mark down with a layered half box my Japanese lesson. Since I work during the day, I can only afford to take my lessons in the evening, which isn't great because I'm usually pretty wiped out by the end of a 9 to 10 hour workday. But it's always been one of my life goals to speak a second language fluently, and so this is my way of getting there bit by bit. Under that, I've left myself a little note to relax. Since now Mondays will be super long days for me, I want to make sure not to push myself too much. By the time I get home on Monday, I'll have been out of the house for around 14 hours, so I really don't want to do much else once I get home. And I'm using these adorable little heart flag stickers to mark down a couple things I need to do before I go to my lesson, just to make sure I'm sorted and prepared to go. Okay, so with Monday done, I decided to go ahead and place down today labels on top of every single day, minus the weekend. Right, back to Tuesday. I'm going to put down a mini to-do list just to complete a few simple tasks for the evening. Then under that, I'm going to place down a full box, followed with a full to-do list for other activities I want to get completed. Oh, and I cannot forget to mark down payday. I'm going to partially fill in my to-do list for the evening, and I can already tell you I didn't get around to doing virtually all of these, so it's certainly not been a productive week for me. Under all of that, I'm going to use the layering technique to remind me to make sure that all my orders go out that night. Oh, and I cannot forget to mark down my hot chocolate, this time using a coffee cup sticker from Stick With Me. And while I'm at it, I may as well mark down my hot chocolate for Wednesday, this time using a coffee sticker from Pop Mix Designs. Then under that, I'm going to put down a to-do list and then a full box. And I'm going to leave my to-do list empty so that as I progress through the week, I can decide what takes priority. And then at some point my camera stopped recording, but essentially I wanted to remind myself to try and work on some new designs for the store and to take some time to play Ragnarok online. I used to be such a huge gamer back in the day, and since trying to grow my business and my career, I've really let it take a negative backseat in my life. But I want to try and introduce elements of scheduled downtime for me to know when I can be on and off. I'm going to mark down my hot chocolate with a sticker from Shannon's Uncreation, and then throw down a to-do list that I'll fill out later in the week. Right at the bottom, I'm going to layer down a half box, and I know I've marked down dinner with Auntie here, but instead I had to reschedule as I had a work dinner to attend instead, but it's all good. Planning to catch up with Anthony in a couple weeks' time. And then above that, I'm going to put down a full box. Okay, on to Friday. Of course, I had to mark down my daily hot chocolate. Here I'm using an old school sticker from Hello Stationery. And under that, I'm putting down a full box and then a to-do list to be filled out at a later time. Beneath all of that, I'm going to take a moment and be thankful it is Friday. Best day of the week. And now it's time for the weekend. I don't know what it is, but throwing down a weekend banner always gives me a strange sense of accomplishment. I think it's just because it's part of the week that I really look forward to. So rather than stepping you through what I put down in the video, I'm going to tell you what I actually ended up doing. There was a pretty sudden change of plans because one of my really good friends' wife went into early labor. I think she went into labor about a week early. And so Saturday was spent frantically shopping for all the items I needed to create a few diaper cakes. Now I have no idea if this is a popular thing with mothers or not, because I only just heard of them from one of my friends, but essentially you buy a bunch of diapers and you build them up to be shape of a real cake, typically like a tiered wedding cake. So I did that, and a couple of my friends came over in the afternoon and we sat around all afternoon building a few diaper cakes. I've got a few friends having babies within the next month or so this was a great excuse to churn out a few of them. Then on Sunday, we took one of the cakes over to the hospital that my friend's wife is staying at, and they welcomed a beautiful baby boy, and it was great to see the two of them so happy, though admittedly very tired. And that was essentially my weekend. So I'm going to move down to the sidebar. I'm going to start off with this beautiful full box, followed by a hydration sticker, a step counter, and then my habit trackers. And that is the entire spread. So I really hope you enjoyed this week's plan with me, even if it is a little late. Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to you, Internet.